So, Dungeon Crawl Classics. So, normally in a adventure RPG, you would make one hero and they'd go on an adventure because you make an adventure like a warrior or a wizard or something. But in this, you make 4 really weak people called level 0 characters, and then you put them in a deadly dungeon, and whoever comes out the end gets to go and be an adventurer. It's a bit harsh really, isn't it? But I thought that's interesting, and it's also completely random, so I don't have to make up loads of things. We can just roll and see what we get. Okay? So first of all is characters, and we need to roll some statistics for them. Right, so I got a sheet. This is a little level 0 sheet, which I printed out. Alright, so first we'll come up with a name, and I'm going to do all the names as 3 letters, and I'm going to go through the alphabet in order to keep things simple and easy. So this character is going to be called Ark. So let's see what Ark has. So the first thing we need to do is roll their abilities, which are strength, agility, stamina, personality, luck, and intelligence. Now we got to roll them in order. You know, we're not allowed to pick. We just have to roll them and see what we get. Completely random. This is going to be a brand new person, and it'll bring out their personality. So to do that, we need to roll 3d6 and add them together. So I will do that in order for each of these, and we'll see what we get. Strength is 6, 7, 8, 9. But it's average really. Agility is 13. Okay. Stamina 10. Personality 8. Luck 12. And intelligence. Oh my. 16. Well, they're very intelligent. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to look on this table over here, and we check what our ability score is, and we will gain a modifier. The modifier is what you add when you're doing something, because you can't keep adding big numbers all the time. So let's see then. 9 is plus nothing. 13 is plus 1. 10 is plus nothing. 8 is minus 1. 12 is plus 1. And 16 is plus 2. So that's good. That's nice. Okay. So that gives us a basic overview of what we think they're going to be like. And we can see that they're a little agile, and they're a little lucky, and they're quite intelligent, but their personality and their strength is not very high. So this is a kind of character that could become a wizard. Now then, the next thing we need to do is over on this table here. We need to roll their lucky roll. This is a kind of thing that happened when they were born and gives them luck. So, because our luck is 12, we actually don't get anything to our luck. It's plus nothing. So this lucky roll wouldn't do anything at all. However, seeing as we're here and doing it, I will roll it just for the sake of seeing what happens so we understand. So we got to roll this 30-sided dice. Here we go. Lucky roll is 20, struck by lightning. So although that they were struck by lightning, it's actually irrelevant because they don't have a modifier for their luck. So we're not going to do anything with that. Next is saving throws. These are special things that you use to save yourself from dire situations. And at level 0, your saving throws are equal to your abilities that are next to them. So for the reflex saving throw, we just take the agility, which is plus 1. So that's good. For the fortitude saving throw, we take the stamina, which is plus nothing. And for the will saving throw, we take personality, which is minus 1. That's quite a nice mix and a balance, really. Alright, so now we're going to look at languages is next, but we need to skip over that to occupation for the moment. Now they call it occupation. I guess I'd kind of think of it as background. So we're going to roll occupation. On the following page, we've got this table of occupations. Now this is perfectly fine. However, I have a bigger one, which I printed out from online called alternate occupation tables. Or alternative is what we'd say. So this is alternative occupation tables. This is an extended list, which I prefer because it's bigger. So we need to roll them an occupation or a background on this list. So here we go and see what happens. To do that, we need to roll percentage dice, which are these. So we roll those. And I got 56. And then we're going to roll this dice, which I made, which will give us either plus nothing or plus 100. That's how that works. So let's see what we get. All right, so we got plus 100. So we've got our 56 plus 100 is 156. So let's go to 156. 156 is an elf chandler. What's that? What's a chandler? Fortunately, it comes with explanation if you don't know things. Chandler is a maker and seller of candles and soap. Oh, a candler. Okay. Well, that's fine. We have rolled, where is it? We've rolled elf chandler. So then, this gives us some things which we need to write down. First of all, we can write down our race as elf. That's quite cool. We can write down our occupation as candle maker. If we go along, we can see they have a weapon they're trained in and something as a trade good. So the weapon they're trained in is scissors, and it says to use them as the rules of daggers because there's no actual scissors rules in this. So scissors, that means it does 1d4 damage. So I'm going to write in the weapon section, scissors 1d4 damage, okay? They also get an item to use, which is surprisingly 20 candles. That's going to come in handy. That's definitely going to come in handy. A lot of the other things aren't very useful, but that's actually very useful. Candles are very useful, aren't they? If you're going into a dark dungeon. Alright, well that's pretty cool actually. Now we just need a butcher and a baker to go with them. Right, so languages. On the previous page, languages. All characters know common. So write that down. Then, for each point of intelligence modifier, a character knows one additional language. So they actually have 2 points of intelligence modifier. They have a +2 intelligence, so they get 2 extra languages. And on top of that, they're an elf, so they know their racial language, which is Elven. So 4 languages here. So where are the languages? The languages are at the back of the book in Appendix L, which I'm now going to find. Appendix L, here we go. Right, so as we can see at the top of the page, we have an elf column. So I'm going to roll percentage dice on here twice because they're going to get 2 extra languages. So here we go. First up, so I got 96. What's that? 96 is horse. Oh my goodness, that is very good. Horse. I mean, that's fine. Okay, horse. Horse. I don't know, it just made me laugh. Right. So that's the first language. They got another language though, remember, which is 37. Dwarf. Well, that's handy. Okay, so they speak common, elf, dwarf, and horse. The ultimate language. Okay, back to where we were. Languages done. We've done them occupation as an elf. Level 0. All level 0 characters start with the following. 1d4 hit points modified by stamina. The stamina is plus nothing. We roll 1d4. We get a 3. They get 3 hit points, 3 health at level nothing. Next, 5d12 copper pieces. I've got to add up now. What we got? 41 copper pieces. So we can go shopping. Okay. Next, one randomly determined piece of equipment, which we'll go to, which is in the equipment section. Equipment. One randomly determined. It's a 24-sided dice. Let's go. We got a 5. They get a empty chest. Okay. An empty chest. Keep the candles in, right? Okay. Occupation. Done. Next page is weapon training. Done that. Trade goods. Done that with the occupation. Got some candles. Alignment. So basically alignment works like this. There's 3 types: chaotic, neutral, or lawful. Chaotic person kind of does what they feel like. Neutral person just takes it as it comes. And a lawful person likes to try and follow their own law or what other people would expect of them. Okay, so we need to roll the alignment of our elf here. Traditionally elves are chaotic, so we'll see. So we're going to roll this dice. So if we roll a 1, we'll say that they are lawful, because it's like a pillar. If we roll 2, we'll say that they're balanced and neutral. And if we roll 3, we'll say they're chaotic. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we rolled a 2, which means they're neutral. So let's write that down. Next. That's it. Let's have a look. Let's see. We've got Ark with a high intelligence. Can speak horse. Got good reflex, but bad willpower. Has some scissors, has some candles, has a chest. Alright, so there we go. That's 1 down. And now, here's some I made earlier. So I've made 16 in total, including the one I just made. And these are all the boys from the village who have got together to form a party. So let's have a quick look at everyone out of interest. So we got Bry, the mendicant, which is like a travelling priest. He's got some holy water, that will come in handy. Then we've got Cal, the halfling haberdasher, so he makes clothes. He's got some scissors. Then we got Dine, the ostler, who's like, he looks after the horses. Then we've got Elm, the dwarf beekeeper. This is all completely random. He has a jar of honey. We got Finn, the fisherman. And he has a net. We've got Ged, the light bearer, with a lantern and a 10-foot pole. He can put the lantern on his 10-foot pole, maybe, you know. We've got Han, the jeweler. He's got a chest and a gem worth 20 gold. He can keep it in his chest, can't he? He can roll about in there. And then we've got Ike, the Goliard, which is like a kind of a... What is that? It's like a travelling student who goes between universities looking for education. Then we've got Jas, the elven outcast. Sounds a bit sad. We got Kess, the halfling hunter. They actually have a hunting horn and some thieves' tools, which I rolled randomly on the random equipment table, so that's interesting. Then we've got Leo, the human beekeeper. We got another beekeeper and they got another jar of honey, but they also got some holy water from the random item. So I don't know if they're going to get on with the dwarf beekeeper or not, you know, that's funny. Then we've got Moll, the hunter. And they rolled the highest number. They rolled an 18. That's the highest you can roll on 3 6-sided dice for their luck. They got a +3 luck. And it said on the lucky roll when they were born that they survived a harsh winter. And so because of that, they get +3 to all attack rolls because of their luck. So their strength is +1 anyway, so their melee attack is +4. So that's pretty cool. And they're a hunter as well, so it just all kind of goes together, doesn't it? Then we've got Ness, the blacksmith. He has a hammer and some steel tongs and a chest. Then we've got Oka, the dwarf armorer. He also has a hammer. And he has an iron helmet, which he got. So I gave him +1 armor because of that. I didn't actually say to do that, but I thought it seemed sensible. I presume he's going to wear his own armor. I don't know. And then finally we have Pip, the dwarf runecaster, which is weird. He has some rune stones. So he can get on the floor and be like, well, which way are we going to go? Anyway, so that's everybody in the party. And so, in their village, recently there have been strange goings on. And that is to say that skeletons and other things like that have been coming out of the mist at night time and wandering around. Like in The Legend of Zelda when you go out on the field and all the skeletons start coming out at night time. Anyway, so these boys have decided to get together and go and investigate what is coming across from the Barrymores. But we'll have to find out next time. Well, there we go then.